What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will be first on the attack. It was the farewell game for an Ole Miss great, Jackson Dart, in last season's Egg Bowl, down 14-10 early, but the old Bullies just couldn't hang on to the ball, and turnovers killed them.
Yeah, Mississippi State had 3 turnovers, and when you lose the turnover battle 3-0, you're not going to win very many football games. The Egg Bowl is always fun. Jesse, we've called a bunch of these games. The hatred is real, the rivalry is real, so this will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, oftentimes it's a game that's played before the weekend, like on a Thursday or Friday night, so it really sets the tone. This is the amuse-bouche, you might say, for rivalry weekend. Mississippi State started fast in that game last year, David. 14 points in the first quarter. They just didn't score again. Ole Miss got the win. It wasn't enough to get them in the college football playoff, but I'm expecting fireworks in this one.
Offense and an empty set. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wallace. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
These wide receivers work the middle of the field. So much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I hate to be Captain Obvious, but it's pretty obvious that it's raining. And you just don't know how a quarterback is going to always respond, and hand size and how they throw in the rain. An opening drive, a chance to come out and get some momentum, and he makes a critical mistake. And you talk about giving momentum away. Let's see how this offense now comes out and responds the next possession.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other, there's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball, so everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. It's running room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Taylor has it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Pulls and fired complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Rebels. On to attempt to try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. He'll keep it himself. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
Looking for a man. It's Shapen. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Mississippi State right back to the line.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Finds him out of the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Pulls it, fired complete. At midfield, he's got room. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So you either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Quickly complete. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Dropping back, it's Shapin. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Back to throw, it's Shapen. That's caught, it's Mosley. He's loose. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout from Mississippi State.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Simmons. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Mosley. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now chasing.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. They bring him down, but a solid. Up to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Mississippi State going up tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Reese. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the punt team. fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Pulls it in, it's Wallace. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
And quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
Lost to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. That's reeled in. It's Strickland. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Reads it, fires complete. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick release on the RPO. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now it's 2nd and goal. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this range. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls and fires complete to the right. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. The Rebels get it past the sticks.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Back to throw, it's Simmons. He's got it! Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the pummeling has started.
Ole Miss, number
The hottie-toddies are full-throated right now as Ole Miss builds the lead.
They got the momentum going. The offense is clicking. You see that a lot of times with Ole Miss. Big rivalry game against Mississippi State. Can they respond, Palmer?
And Ole Miss, you know, is one of those teams you just blink and all of a sudden they're blowing you out. That's been the case here today. The Bulldogs got to find a way to slow them down.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. They've got the screen set up. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the
fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go to the locker room with the tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. He's got it on the right. It's a seam wide open. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Caught in the backfield, it's dribbling. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. To adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. Got it! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
corners are going to bail. Looking downfield, it's Chapin. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And it is Ole Miss marking its territory in this one and taking down Mississippi State to claim the Egg Bowl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm